A drone is inbound, 12 kilometers out, flying at 185 kilometers per hour, carrying 50 kilograms of explosives directly toward a $13 billion U.S. aircraft carrier. Then, no alarms sound, no interceptor missiles fire. The drone simply shuts down and drops into the sea. 12 seconds later, a second drone falls, then a third. On the radar screen, the Iranian colonel commanding the swarm sees no counterattack. There are no thermal brooms from rocket launches, and no anti-air signatures of any kind. His drones are just going dark, one by one. While it appears the fleet is protected by an invisible wall, we are actually watching the abrupt failure of a carefully planned, highly effective economic trap. The attacking strategy relies on volume. Iran can manufacture and deploy these slow-moving propeller drones for roughly $35,000 each. To stop them, the American fleet relies on its standard defense, highly advanced, radar-guided interceptor missiles. A single interceptor costs about $1.5 million to launch. This chart shows exactly why that math is dangerous. For every $35,000 drone shot down, the defender burns $1.5 million, taking a massive financial loss. Send 50 cheap drones, and the defending destroyers spend $75 million in an afternoon. The attackers do not need to sink the aircraft carrier to secure a victory. They only need to keep launching cheap hardware until the escorting ships exhaust their ammunition and drain their operating budgets. To fix this math, the Navy placed a plain, unmarked shipping container on the carrier's flight deck. As a swarm of 48 drones approached the fleet, the container's roof smoothly slid open on hydraulic rails. Inside was LOCUST. Built by AeroVironment, this is a directed energy weapon, a laser system powered directly by the carrier's onboard nuclear reactors. It does not fire physical projectiles, meaning it can never run out of ammunition as long as the ship has power. Because it draws generated electricity instead of burning rocket fuel and utilizing guided sensors, pulling the trigger on this system costs exactly $1. Look at this updated chart. The massive financial deficit is gone. During this attack, LOCUST dropped 16 incoming drones from the sky, while the fleet's traditional missile silos stayed completely full. By replacing a solid rocket with a beam of light, the United States instantly inverted the financial burden of the engagement. However, physical environments dictate military capability. On the water, a weather front rolled in, humidity spiked, and a dense marine fog covered the fleet. This diagram shows the core physical limitation of directed energy weapons. A laser is essentially highly focused light. When that light strikes water vapor, sea salt, or heavy fog, the beam scatters and bleeds off its intense heat before it reaches the target. As a result, the weakened laser now has to hold its lock on the drone for up to 7 seconds just to burn through the atmospheric interference. The attackers noted this delay and adapted. They launched Shahed-136s, jet-powered, wave-skimming drones that fly 3 times faster and use nose-mounted cameras to visually recognize the carrier's hull. Because the laser required more time to melt the casing, it could not stop the faster jets before they closed the distance. The Navy was suddenly forced back toward relying on their million-dollar missiles. Before a conventional missile launched, the destroyer Mason quietly rotated a different turret to face the incoming jets. This was Odin, the optical dazzler interdictor. It does not fire a continuous melting beam of heat. Instead, it emits rapid, low-power pulses of invisible light. Rather than trying to destroy the drone's physical hull, Odin targets the drone's navigation. It floods the incoming jet's optical cameras with intense light, completely blinding the sensor. Unable to see the carrier, the jet's targeting system severed its lock. The autopilot simply maintained its last heading, passing 3 miles wide of the fleet and crashing straight into the open ocean. On his radar screen, the attacking commander watched his heavy, jet-powered contacts disappear. 48 propeller drones and 2 cruise missiles were destroyed. The defenders fired 0 American missiles. The total ammunition spent by the U.S. Navy to defeat a multi-million-dollar assault came out to roughly $50 worth of electricity. By utilizing different wavelengths of light, one powerful enough to incinerate slow targets and another precise enough to blind fast ones, the Navy solved the financial drain. They took a perfect economic trap and broke the math permanently.